Well, here we go again, folks. It truly feels like every other week now we are talking about John Schneider and his increasingly questionable decisions running the Toronto Blue Jays, and this week is no different. Blue Jays fans and analysts are once again calling out John Schneider, and frankly, this time, it's just ridiculous. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, folks, we're going to be talking about John Schneider and the recent decision that he made with the lineup card that has him once again in the crosshairs of the media. Before we get into it, I encourage you guys to hit the like and smash the subscribe button if you enjoy Blue Jays content and discussion so you don't miss any future videos. Alright folks, let's get into it. So Dalton Varsho, as many of you may know, has had a rocky career with the Toronto Blue Jays in terms of hitting. Defensively speaking, this guy is incredible, but with the bat, he usually leaves a lot to be desired. Not in the series against the Colorado Rockies, though. In the first two games versus Colorado, Varsho amassed 3 hits, with 2 of them being homers and 1 of them being a grand slam. The game which Varsho had his grand slam in was the Saturday game where Toronto went on to win 5-3, so it is very fair to say that one of the only reasons they went on to win that game was because of Dalton Varsho. Now, typically, when a player has back-to-back games with home runs and almost single-handedly wins you a baseball game, usually that player finds themselves in the lineup the following day. Right, John Schneider?
Nope.
After back-to-back games with a home run, Dalton Varsho found himself sitting on the bench in the final game against the Rockies on Sunday. Now, one of the reasons behind him sitting on Sunday is thought to be a matchup thing. Varsho is a lefty. They were up against Cal Freeland, who is also a lefty, and one would assume that Dalton Varsho probably doesn't do so well against lefties, right?
Nope.
I swear I'm gonna end up using that meme like double-digit times by the end of this video, but seriously, Dalton Varsho actually does better against lefties. In 2023 versus lefty pitchers, Varsho batted for a .293 average and had an OPS of 722, which was significantly better than how he did against righties. So just to recap, we have a guy who hit homers in back-to-back days, is just starting to find his stroke and getting momentum, does better against lefty pitchers, and is finding himself sitting on the bench. Well, maybe, just maybe, this might all make sense if Kevin Kiermaier, the only lefty who was in the lineup on Sunday and a player who plays effectively the same position as Dalton Varsho, maybe he does better against left-handed pitchers than Varsho does. That must be the reasoning, right? Say it with me, folks. You guys know what's coming next.
Nope.
Kevin Kiermaier in 2023 batted .281 against lefties with a 708 OPS. Decent numbers for sure, but still not as good as Dalton Varsho. Kiermaier has also been off to a very slow start at the dish and honestly could probably use a couple days off of his feet to reset. But no, on Sunday versus the Rockies, John Schneider decided to sit Dalton Varsho and play Kevin Kiermaier, causing fans everywhere to react kind of like this.
What are you doing?
The benching of Dalton Varsho is a small thing, but it is just the latest example of a long list of examples showing that John Schneider does not have the capability to adjust.
Whoa, time for your daily Betway breather. A quick reminder that the best place to bet is on Betway. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. In collaboration with iGaming Ontario, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content.
Schneider and his analytics team walk into a game or a series with a plan, and regardless of what is actually happening on the field, they just refuse to deviate from it. We saw it in Game 2 of the wildcard series with Jose Barrios being taken out of the game way too early, and we are consistently seeing it in the early parts of this season. Like, frankly, I don't care if you had a scheduled rest day for this guy. He hit homers in back-to-back days. He's just starting to get momentum. Put him in the freaking lineup. Warner Bichette tweeted this out in response to a great segment from Joe Siddall and Jamie Campbell talking about this decision, where he says, "So pathetic. Blue Jays manager Schneider meekly obeyed the Jays' ridiculously flawed analytics department by sitting Dalton Varsho after he hits home runs on back-to-back days. Going to kill his hot hand, confidence, and momentum. Horribly run team. Joe Siddall absolutely nails it." I'm sure that John Schneider is a fine human being and a quality person, but dude, to be a good manager in the MLB, he has to know when to deviate from his plans and when to stick with them. And this was another example about when he should have deviated from them. But folks, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays go!